There are some best aggressive moves in chess that almost like a finisher to the opponent. But how to do this? Go back and subscribe, then stay with us until the end. The finisher, 3 moves for winning. First move your pawn to e4. Black responds with their pawn to e5. Move your queen out to h5. Black must move their king to e7. Move your queen across and capture the pawn to e5 for checkmate. Moving your pawn to e4 is one of the best starters that it is. The Bobby Fischer, the world chess champion favorite move. Near to checkmate, going to checkmate with 4 moves. Pawn to e4, queen to h5. In this time, beginners will play pawn to g6. Queen captures the pawn e5. King is in the check and rock in attack. Black blocks the king with queen and easily take the rock. It is almost a good trap to enter the opponent area. Mini finisher, finishing with just 5 moves. Move your pawn to d4. Black responds with pawn to f4. Move another pawn again to a 4. Black hits the pawn in e4. Almost a trap. Move your queen to h5. Checkmate. Remember that starting with 2 moves. The pawn to e4 and d4 is almost the best starters until here. Mini long checkmate. Checkmate in 6 moves. From 3 moves, checkmate to 6. Interesting. Pawn to e4. Black answers with pawn to d5, knight to f3. Black takes the pawn. Knight to a5. Black answers with pawn to f6. Queen to h5. Answers black with pawn to g6. Move bishop to c4. Black pawn to h5. Queen is dead. Move bishop to f7. Queen's revenge, get it. Long form checkmate, getting down the king in 7 moves. Move pawn to a 4. Board for e4. Black pawn to e5. Move pawn to f4. Beginner will instantly hits the pawn. Move knight to f3. Black pawn to d5. Move knight to c3. Black pawn gets the e4. Hit the black pawn with knight. Black bishop to g4. Move queen to e2. Bishop with no patient hits the knight, and it's the time that you enter the work. Move knight to f6, then end.
You're doing great till here, but what happens if we are black?
Well, we finish it in just 2 moves. Fastest black checkmate. This is the situation that you're black and want to end it fast. White starts with pawn to c6. Move your black. Pawn to d2. This stupid pawn comes to b5. Queen arrives to a 4, finished. Let's go for checkmating in 8 moves. Well, your opponent is never will be beginner all time. You're black here too. Move after white pawn to a 5. You're probably will be getted down by white pawn. Move knight to c6. After the white knight to c3. Move queen to e7. White bishop comes to c4. Queen to the b4. Bishop comes to e2 for defense. Simply get the pawn award, attacking the rock. If opponent plays bishop to f3, defending by knight and defending the rock, play bishop to b5. What white do is to play queen to e2. Take the white bishop with your bishop. White takes our bishop. Move queen to f1, and this is the last one. After all of this, you need to just focus on the game. Everything is simple and easy when you want it and trying to get. So keep training and don't forget to subscribe.